Angelic Hoodrat Supercut.
Right.
Yeah, I think it's hard to really talk about anything with this album without just kind of acknowledging the duality of the album. That this is an album where Kenny is doing a lot of rap and also mixing in a lot of rock, and I think trying to, uh, you know, mesh those things together. Um, in the rap world has been done to varying levels of success.
hmm
Um, how do you feel like he pulled it off with this album, Dave?
Uh, that's the thing. Going in, Angelic Hoodrat Supercut. I was like, oh, is that like a deluxe to Angelic Hoodrat, his debut album from 2020? Oh no, it's completely new,
Yeah.
and that kind of like threw me off for a second. And yeah, Kenny's going even further into that genre blending lane than he had already started doing last year. I briefly mentioned him for XXL 2021 video in the sense that I think he's an excellent choice for XXL, but I just don't think he's mainstream enough to ultimately wind up getting picked. But two albums in, he's got other music as well, but these two main albums over the past 2 years definitely shows I think this guy's like really talented. And like you said, this genre blending, it's not it's not hyperbolic. Like you're hearing like real guitars from an Atlanta rapper. Like it's
Mhm.
awesome.
Yeah, and that's the thing is I did not really like I listened to the other one, the same name, Angelic
Angelic Hoodrat.
Hoodrat, as like a precursor, kind of skipped around a couple of tracks, and knew we'd probably be hearing some of it, but to hear it just like kind of come out so genuinely and feel not forced and to sound really interesting and cool. We're gonna be talking about a rock album that I don't think is nearly as interesting in a second. I was like enjoying the genre blending, and I think you got a lot to like all over this, and some really awesome features on this as well that I think really elevate it. And great to get a cosign for someone like that.
Yeah.
Um, I mean, what tracks stood out to you, or what about the album? What moments were your favorites?
I mean, right off the bat, I thought first track 43, big
Yep.
highlight. And throughout Angelic Hoodrat Supercut, you'll notice that Kenny's not afraid to do major vocal changes in the middle of his song. Like he will switch up his delivery. It's quite exciting. He always seems to keep it fresh, and I thought that really shines early on that song 43. A plus with Denzel Curry. I mean, my God, Denzel just fits perfectly on that track. He
Hmm.
does not phone in his features, but this sounds incredibly tailored to the track. And upon doing some research, it seems like Denzel himself was very early to the Kenny Mason come up, and that's awesome. Um, I mean, to get a Freddie Gibbs feature
Yeah.
now on the run Freddie is on, again, Kenny Mason, independent artist. He's doing what 662,000 monthly listeners on Spotify. To get a Freddie Gibbs feature, I think
Huge.
that says a lot. Apparently, they sent the song to his team. Kenny didn't even know if Freddie knew who he was. The next thing you know, Freddie rapped on it for him. So that's also a great cosign. Um, but yeah, because he genre blends so much and changes lots, not just the production, but changes his own performance throughout the course of the album, I think it definitely warrants multiple listens because there's a lot to listen for. I think rapping wise, when he's doing more traditional rapping, he reminds me a lot of like Jid and Kendrick in terms of the way he sounds.
Mhm.
But again, he's trying to do much different things, and I think they are.
Yeah, no, the ones you shouted out were definitely my top tracks, and that Freddie song, "Much Money," is interesting because I think that's doesn't sound like a lot of other tracks on the album. It actually sounds more like a Freddie song, like a leftover from Alfredo, if anything else. It's
Mhm.
so jazzy, but like they both are just so smooth on that track. It really is a standout to me. Um, and you mentioned A plus. Obviously, Denzel Curry goes off on that. Um, it looking a little bit further down though. The song "Pup," which I know has been a single off this, gotten him a lot of acclaim. Really sounds like 21 Savage at certain points in that track.
Sure.
And you mentioned that ability to like switch up his flow, switch up his cadence, really, you know, basically use his vocals as an instrument, and that really stands out on a track like that to me. So I feel like there's a lot of potential here, and
Yeah.
hopefully we're just going to see Kenny continue to grow and grow as an artist. Um, what else from this album stood out to you?
Yeah, I'd say Play Ball, Apartments, and 40. I mentioned 43. Play Ball, Apartments, as well as 43. Also, good examples of hearing those guitars and hearing him rap, and also sing and stuff. And again, the genre blend. Those are good examples of that. Uh, and yeah, Kenny Mason. He's 26. It's not like he's like super young or anything, but it seems like he really came into his own at the end of 2019 when his biggest song to date hit came out. But I mean, these first two albums, really impressive for someone still young in their career, and
I,
that genre blend, obviously it fits right in with like what people are doing these days. But he does not feel in the slightest like he's chasing any trends or anything. It's still completely nonconformist.
mhm, absolutely. Buy stock now, so that you can have those diamond hands, baby.